I hate how Disney World makes you look at your phone all day. This is the #1 thing we hear from you at AllEars.net, and trust me, I get it. But is it even possible to go to Epcot without using your phone?
Plus, I'm gonna have to figure out how to ride Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which requires you to join a virtual queue or purchase an individual Lightning Lane reservation, both of which you usually have to do with your phone. So, gonna have to figure that one out too.
Here we are again without a phone in Walt Disney World. This time, Epcot. Last time we did this challenge, we did it in Hollywood Studios and ended up experiencing 20 rides and attractions, but we waited in line for about 5 hours. Epcot has multiple rides that consistently have some of the longest wait times in all of Walt Disney World. Plus, there are hidden attractions all over World Showcase, and we're gonna try to do them all. One of them requires us to go to the same theater twice at 2 different times during the day. Can you guess which one? Since no phone means no My Disney Experience app, it also means no Genie Plus. No Genie Plus means no individual Lightning Lane reservation purchases and no Lightning Lane reservations. That means we can't pay to skip any lines in Epcot today. Additionally, we can't use mobile order to order food. We're gonna have to get in line, order our food, wait for it to be prepared, and then find a place to eat, just like the old days. I'll be setting a stopwatch for everything so we can analyze the data and see if maybe this is the best way to do Walt Disney World for you, or if using your phone isn't so bad after all.
Here's the deal with strategy. The ride that I've chosen for us to rope drop today is Test Track. The International Gateway entrance over in World Showcase is right next to the France Pavilion, and there are a ton of people staying in resorts that have access to that entrance that we actually don't by being dropped off at rideshare. We have to go through the very front entrance of Epcot. Test Track goes outdoors, and if there is any kind of storm in the area involving lightning, Test Track closes. If it starts storming later, we can get in that Frozen Ever After queue. We can get in that Remy's Ratatouille Adventure queue and do those rides while it's storming. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why aren't you just using single rider? Well, if you're in Epcot alone doing this, by all means, go single rider. we use single rider for the Thrill Rides Challenge, and it ended up being a miracle for us. So definitely take advantage of that if you're traveling alone. Most people don't travel alone, and this is a challenge I'm doing for families, travel parties who are interested in what it's like to come to Disney World without using your phone, because, you know, we're all so fed up with how much Disney makes us use our phones. So what's it really like? And if I were to use single rider line, I just don't think it would illustrate the point as realistically as we wish to. And at 6 minutes 20 seconds, we're already loading into the design studio. This is considered the pre-show, so I should stop the timer now, but I'm actually going to hit lap and see how long it takes to actually ride the ride. I have no idea if any of those numbers are good. Oh, time to move on. Just checked with the cast member, and actually for Test Track, the start of the ride is considered when you actually board the ride and not entering the design center. So the clock is still running, and we'll see how long it takes.
The seatbelt check is around the corner. For your safety, remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
SimCar performance data acquired.
And I think the moral of the story is build your car on love
and there's no end to how far it can go. Now afterwards, you can look up your overall score and compare it with the high score of the day, which is 223, it just said. But you scan, it pulls your car up, and 210. So we're not all that far behind 223. We gotta find a you-know-what, a physical tip board, and decide what we're gonna do next. Yes, I see one. Oh dear. We've run into a problem. Our first physical tip board of the day. Plan B. Maybe we just keep walking this way because that's where rides are. My instinct is for us to go to Frozen now. I don't know why that's my instinct. I just feel like the fewest people probably rope dropped that one. So it'd be a good time to open the My Disney Experience app and take a look at the tip board on there, the wait times map or the wait times list. But we gave that up in favor of a magical day in Epcot, not looking at our phones, pretending like it's 1982. I am taking the Odyssey shortcut. Right there is Test Track. Right here is a walkway to Odyssey, which is used now as a retail location for festival merchandise, also as a place to sit and eat. All right, the posted standby wait is 40 minutes. We are getting in line. That's great. I'm excited, but this is definitely a line that accepts Lightning Lane reservations. This is an important Lightning Lane reservation to get if you are using Genie Plus in Epcot, because the wait times for this ride can be super, very, very long. That was a posted standby wait time of 40 minutes, and we boarded in 19 minutes, less than half the time posted, which I think we are very lucky. I'm at a loss for what to do next. Let's go over to Remy. I know that's dramatic. We're gonna walk World Showcase, and we're gonna go over to Remy and see how long it is and see if maybe there's a situation today where people are sleeping in because it's a Friday here in Epcot, and maybe people are wanting to come later for the festival and enjoy some adult beverages, which you can't do in Epcot until 11 a.m. That's when the booths start to open. An underrated refreshment in Epcot in World Showcase is the frozen mint tea. Right here at Refreshments and Delights, Oasis Sweets and Sips. They have frozen citrus pomegranate, frozen mint tea slushies. That's the frozen mint tea. It's really sweet, but I don't know, it tastes really good. It's frozen, it's cold, it's a real pick-me-up, and I love it. Maybe we'll grab one of those later here in Morocco. And here, I'm sure it's not out right now, no. But this is the location of my favorite free ice water in Epcot. At Spice Road table. And it's very delicious, and it's serve yourself, and it's kind of hidden back there, so there's usually not much of a line of people waiting to grab it because they don't know it's there, but now you do. We're crossing over into France, home of Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and we are getting in line and riding standby, no phones. I just need to talk about this fountain for 1 second because my uncle Harley Jessup actually designed this fountain. He's the production designer for Ratatouille, also for Monsters Inc. and Coco and Good Dinosaur and Cars 2. Very talented. It's an honor to be related to him for sure. And this is one of his major contributions, the design of this really cool, beautiful fountain, although a lot of his artwork style can be seen throughout the rides, represented in a way that Imagineers describe as crookedology. And it's so cool. They put a name to his style because growing up, all his artwork, you know, every Christmas card we'd receive, anytime he wrote my name, it was always this really amazing, kind of crooked, but very beautiful style. When you exit this ride at Disneyland Paris, there's an actual restaurant that you can go to that looks like the restaurant in the finale of the ride. And I do wish we had that here, but there's a really delicious crepe restaurant here. Now we gotta find what I think is an operating physical tip board just as we go to enter the UK pavilion. Hopefully it's working. Okay, so let's take a look here. We've gotten, I would describe it as an extraordinary amount of things done so far. What I think we should do is head over to what is now World Nature, get all of those attractions done, and I think we should eat at Sunshine Seasons because there's a sandwich there that I really like. It's the Mediterranean sandwich. It's like hummus and vegetables, and it's served with a plant-based pasta salad. We've talked about this before, but you see how this mural slopes down in the bottom? That wasn't actually a design choice. The person who designed and created the mural for the outside of the Land Pavilion was actually given measurements for the building that ended up being larger than the building turned out being. So when they arrived on site to install this tile mural, they were like, wait a minute, we're down at the bottom here and it looks like we've run out of room. And they looked at everything and went, oh yeah, looks like we gave you the wrong measurements for the building. And the solution they came up with on the spot, which I think is really cool, is let's have it curve down and continue onto the floor, and it ended up looking like a really futuristic design choice. And I think it's very iconic. And here we are in the Land Pavilion, one of my favorite places to be in Epcot. It used to be that these balloons raised up and lowered gently. They haven't done that in a really long time, and I really wish they would. So if you would like to start a petition with me, and we can try to convince them to get the balloons moving again in the Land Pavilion, I would really appreciate it. And the balloons, if you didn't know, represent the 4 seasons. And then the middle one is obviously Earth, the globe. Part of what I love about this pavilion is it kind of feels like a mall. All right, let's see how long. 40 minutes, it's still the posted wait time. I think we should get in line for Soarin', wait the 40-minute, well, set our timer, see how long it really is, and then maybe stop for lunch at Sunshine Seasons before getting on Living with the Land to digest. What do you think about that? Good plan? Sounds good to me. It's time to come over to Sunshine Seasons.
Is that how I'm going to say it? Sunshine? Pork chops and applesauce.
Sunshine Seasons is a really delicious cafeteria-style quick-service restaurant in the Land Pavilion, where you find a station that looks good to you, and you get in line, and a cast member serves up your food for you right in front of you. Sunshine Seasons is not a restaurant, a quick-service restaurant that accepts mobile order. Also, this is a self-service soda location, which I personally like a lot, because if I wanted to, I could mix sodas. I'm not going to do that today because they do have my favorite soda here. Well, one of my favorite sodas, Cherry Coke. I always like to sit in this corner because it's kind of hidden behind this wall. And the only people that ever really walk by you are the people exiting Awesome Planet. So it's secluded, it's quiet, it's private, it's a nice place to eat and not have a bunch of people looking at you. So this is the Mediterranean sandwich, and it's simple. I mean, it's vegetables and hummus. The red onion on there is pickled. It has some really delicious flavors. So it's healthy, but it's very flavorful. The pasta salad feels the same. I mean, it's pasta. It's not gluten-free pasta, so my friends with celiac or gluten allergies can't eat this with me, but it is plant-based, and I don't mind eating pasta, clearly, because I don't mind drinking Cherry Coke. Something good to note about locations that allow you to serve your own soda. If you keep your receipt and bring it back with you, they do offer refills. Even if you're just refilling this large cup with water to stay hydrated, they do offer free water cups. Serve yourself there at Sunshine Seasons as well, and I definitely recommend getting one for yourself or multiple. Just vegetables, so simple. But they made it really, really delicious, and this is one of my favorite things to get in all of Walt Disney World. And it's just a hummus, vegetables on some really good bread. It is literally shocking how quickly I consumed all that food.
The thing with the land, I know that is one of Fry Bucket's favorite rides in Epcot, if not her favorite ride in Epcot, if not her favorite ride in all of Walt Disney World. And I certainly have loved it the entire time I've been coming to Epcot. It is a newer version of an opening day attraction. It was originally called Listen to the Land, and it has a great theme song that you should look up and listen to after this video. But now I think we should go watch Awesome Planet, because we should keep the theme of, keeping everything close together so we're not running back and forth across the park later to try to get things done We're here. Awesome Planet is starting, it says, in 8 minutes.
And one of my favorite parts of Awesome Planet is the room that you wait in, the lobby.
Make yourself comfortable.
Oh, thank you.
Our next showing is in about 7 minutes.
That has this awesome carpet mural. Literally, it's made out of carpet, but it's a mural. When you're in the Land Pavilion, you are relaxed and comfortable. That's what I'm feeling right now.
Okay, let's go over some of the features. For starters, location, location, location. This planet has a great orbit around the sun, and that means the weather's perfect for life. Hurricanes and storms are happening with greater intensity. Well, it's been a quick tour.
Beautifully made film about our planet and the way that it's changing right now, and things that we can potentially do to stop it from going in the direction it's going in now. And not only is it a film, but they also use lighting effects, there's water effects. Very enjoyable, and I always recommend Awesome Planet. Now, we're gonna move next door.
I think we should go see Figment. Let's go hang out with Figment, and that's another ride that accepts a Lightning Lane reservation that we are conquering today in our day of using no phone, but still having the best day ever. All right, 15 minutes posted. Standby wait for Journey into Imagination with Figment. I'll set the timer and see how long it really takes, but I love this queue so much. This is actually the third version of this ride. I experienced all three of them. The first one is the one that everyone says is the best, and I have to agree, it was a masterpiece. This image works like the ride. It used to be incredible. It's now a DVC lounge, the original. So those of you who are DVC members, that to me is the number one perk of DVC, is that you get to hang out upstairs in the old ImageWorks area and drink free soda. That's a really cool DVC perk, in my opinion. I'm distracted because I saw that meeting Mickey right now, which is one of the things on our list to do today. He's posted as a 3-minute wait. I don't know if you recognize this carpet or remember what we are standing inside of right now, but this is the Magic Eye Theater. Okay, so this is where Captain EO was, and then this is where, well, originally it was Magic Journeys, then Captain EO, which Magic Journeys was created for the opening of Epcot. It was the first film to be shown here in the Magic Eye Theater. Captain EO was played in both Disneyland and Disney World, and then this is where Honey, I Shrunk the Audience was. And that's when they totally changed the experience of sitting in that theater and added movement under the seats. And that movement is still there, and that movement is still used for the Disney Pixar Shorts Film Festival. So you actually go in not expecting that to happen. That's my experience. I walked in and I thought, oh, surely that's been disabled, and now it's just a regular movie theater. No, the movie theater moves underneath you. So we get to have that experience today. It's very fun and a awesome nostalgic throwback to Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. Hello, Mickey. It's so good to see you. I'm going to put my things over here as I promised I would. How are you doing today? Thank you very much. I like this hat a lot as well. And I love wearing, your merchandise. Do you see here you are as well on the partner statue? Yes, I am a big fan of everything that you do. Thank you. Do you think, would it be okay if we took a picture together?
5 minutes meeting Mickey Mouse. I would wait 2 hours to meet Mickey.
It has been forever since we checked in with a physical tip board, and I see one, I think. It's working. Discovery, Mission Space, orange is 15. That's what we have to do next. Seas with Nemo and Friends is 10 minutes. That's great. We're gonna get in this queue. I'm gonna set the timer. And we're gonna walk through what I argue is the scariest queue in all of Walt Disney World. I think it is scarier than the Haunted Mansion. I'm always afraid someone's gonna jump out of these corners, and I think for some sort of Halloween event, they should use this queue as a haunted house. Look, so many opportunities for terrifying people and things to jump out at you. Okay, we made it out of that section alive, and the rest is less scary. Amazing. So that was definitely a walk on, much less. I mean, it took us about 3 minutes to walk through the queue, and it was posted as a 10-minute wait. That was a big success. This is Sea Base. This is part of the original Living Seas Pavilion, and it's incredible if you haven't come and explored the aquariums before. They're doing a really important program right now. It's a collaboration between SeaWorld and Disney, where they're regrowing coral, or they're growing coral because there is a disease in Florida, mostly southern Florida, that is killing off coral in alarming numbers, and coral is very important to protecting our shorelines during hurricanes, things you wouldn't even think about. And they're working right now to grow new coral, to put it in areas where this disease has killed off coral in mass numbers, to try to stop it. And I say we go check out what's going on at a little ride I like to call Spaceship Earth. Oh yeah. Only the hits today, my friends. Oh my goodness, it's a posted 5-minute wait.
Welcome back, time travelers. Now, we invite you to visit Project Tomorrow, where new ideas and innovations are being developed to make the world a better place. It does not get better for me than Spaceship Earth and Epcot Center. I'm thinking what we should do now is head over to World Discovery, which is basically where we're exiting into, and go ahead and conquer Mission Space Orange Mission. Last time we looked, it was posted as a 15-minute wait, and we'll see if that has changed. I am gonna go up to guest services and ask if there's any way around using your phone to book a virtual queue reservation or to purchase an individual Lightning Lane reservation for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I just want to check today on this very important day to be sure, since it's definitely my favorite ride in all of Disney World. I think a miracle might be happening. I just learned something unbelievable, incredible. In the event that the virtual queue is not filled up when you come and speak to them at guest relations, and in the event that all the individual Lightning Lane reservations aren't sold out, you do have the option of coming here and purchasing or enrolling in the virtual queue in person, and you don't need a phone. All you need is your ticket card. And we have a boarding group. We have a boarding group for Guardians of the Galaxy. We're writing Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind without a phone. In my wildest dreams, never did I imagine this was going to happen. I asked the question because of this particular video, because you asked us to make this kind of video. I'm blown away. You knocked my socks off today, Epcot, yet again. Been doing it my whole life. Amazing. Here's the Horizons planter. And you know what I have to do is, if you take a look beyond today into the future, horizons all shining anew. Okay, there I did it. I sang the Horizons theme song and I touched the planter, and now I'm walking up to Mission Space Orange Mission. It's posted still at 15 minutes.
It is intense, and if you would like to opt out, just ask any member of the ISTC crew for directions.
Follow the markings on the floor to your X2 trainer.
Follow the markings on the floor to your X2 trainer and begin boarding now. For your assignment.
Somehow I ended up in here alone.
Loading flight plan.
Could you please push up on your harness?
Engineer, just a reminder, you will activate
Yes, I don't know how I ended up alone though. They abandoned me.
Engaged. Leaving Earth orbit. Velocity 15,000. 16,000. You should have visual of the space station now, and you are on course for your slingshot around the moon. Navigator, fire rockets for lunar orbit insertion. Now.
That's me. Whoa! Hello, lunar orbit insertion. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is even more than blasting off.
Rise and shine.
Do I have another jump?
Navigator, fire rockets for descent.
Oh my gosh,
now.
there. Ah!
Extend wings for gliding.
Oh my gosh,
now.
this is more intense. Back to center.
Just hold it steady.
That's
Location, Canyon Edge. Don't move a muscle. Team, you made it to the landing site.
Wow.
Welcome to Mars. And welcome to the astronaut corps.
Thank you. I feel like I really earned it that time.
Okay.
I will just tell you, if you are at all claustrophobic, if you get motion sick, there are so many things to mess you up about this ride. The centrifugal force, the fact that it's spinning, you don't feel necessarily that it's spinning, but you feel all of the pressure. And there are people who say, somehow their brain or their body knows that it's spinning, despite the fact that you don't see the fact that you're spinning. So listen to them about that. Listen to your friends about motion sickness and definitely claustrophobia and panic attacks. Listen to me. Amazing Mission Space was posted as a 15-minute wait in the standby queue, and we were loaded onto the ride vehicle in 11 minutes. We were in the pre-show after about 5 minutes, so that's great. And now we're gonna walk over to the physical tip board that was not working earlier, that I saw was working when we passed it just now to get to Mission Space. Honestly, friends, I think that it's time to make our way back to World Showcase and just walk around the world and do everything we possibly can. But on the way, we'll be passing, once again, the Imagination Pavilion, and I think we should check on the Disney Pixar Shorts Festival to see if it's starting soon. Have that experience, head into Canada, experience Canada far and wide, the amazing 360 movie starring the Roses from from that show, that Canadian TV show we all love. You know, all the things we gotta do. But let's head back over here now so that we don't have to come back later. Doors will be opening momentarily. Disney Pixar Short Film Festival Feast reminds me so much of Daisy and gets me every time. Very emotional. And don't be startled when the theater literally moves, because yes, they're still using the hydraulic theater from Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, and it can be startling if you're not expecting it. All right, we're done over here. It's time to head over to World Showcase, starting with Canada. I love that little cottage back there. Can you guess what is in that cottage? It serves a purpose. That is actually a storage shed where all of the tools are kept for maintaining the gardens. Now you know. All the trees up top here have to be kept at a certain very short height because this is forced perspective. So as soon as any of the trees gets too tall, they have to pull it out and have it replaced with another small one. Only 6 minutes. Hi, thank you. Good to see you. I love this sign that tells you how many minutes until the next show. And what's really cool is that if you wait around long enough after the show's been completely loaded in, that arrow just drops.
Is to experience it yourself. So come visit our kin.
I am heartbroken that before the film was over and during Oh Canada, the title song from the original Circle Vision 360 song, people were leaving. I was almost cried. I wanted to go, do you know what's happening right now? This is all we have left of the original 1982 film. All right, for our next activity, we're heading back to France, and we are going to have our first of 2 experiences in the movie theater there. The first film
plays from 9 to 9:30 a.m. It's very strange, but you can rope drop this film. Then it comes back after another film plays all day at night, and you can see it starting at 7 p.m. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? Or is this completely foreign to you? Get it? World Showcase. Here we are at the Palais du Cinéma. This is where you can see 2 different movies during the day here in Epcot. Impressions de France, which is the original 1982 film that opened with Epcot, and then Beauty and the Beast Sing-Along. So we've got 8 minutes until Beauty and the Beast Sing-Along starts, and we are going to wait, experience Beauty and the Beast Sing-Along, and then come back later and experience Impressions de France. And this is one of the few original Epcot things left to do, and I definitely think you should do it on your no phone day, or even if you're using your phone in Epcot. And in the lobby of the theater, they have really cool things on display related to Disney and French themes in Disney productions. This is a costume that was worn on stage for a production of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. What's going on over here? Oh, Sleeping Beauty, of course, Maleficent's dress. Beauty and the Beast. Oh, there's the Lumiere from the live-action Beauty and the Beast movie. That's really cool. Oh, here's the actual Mrs. Potts and Chip. Oh, wow, there's Cinderella's glass slipper.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Beauty and the Beast sing-along. Before we begin, I should like to point out that our story today is a twist on the tale as old as time.
Beauty and the Beast sing-along is something great to do, especially if you have kids. I mean, it's the music of Beauty and the Beast with the truncated version of the story that kind of shows what was happening off camera with LeFou, which is an interesting way to do it, and I commend them for being creative and pulling it off. But now we're going to continue our journey around World Showcase, going the wrong way, arguably. Most people would say starting with Canada is the wrong way, but for what we're trying to achieve tonight, I say it's oh so right. Well, this was actually supposed to be an attraction, and so we would be stopping here on our journey in Epcot today. But believe it or not, the story goes that they built the show to the wrong dimensions of the building, or they built the building in the wrong dimensions. The show was called Meet the World, and it was sort of like the Carousel of Progress in the sense that there was a rotating element that helped get the audience to various show scenes, but instead of the audience going around in a circle, the show itself was on a turntable and turned around, and you stayed stationary. And the reason I know this so definitively is because the attraction did end up going to Tokyo Disneyland, and you can actually watch it on YouTube, and I recommend that you do because it's really interesting. There were animatronics on stage like Carousel of Progress. There were also, there was a big movie screen, and it showed a movie version of the characters as well as their animatronics. It was a whole thing, and it would have been really cool to get to come to the Japan Pavilion and see that. But alas, we didn't get it. They sent it to Tokyo. It ran there for a long time, and ultimately it closed there too. So you can't see it anywhere anymore, but you can see it on YouTube. Okay. Can we come in and sit down? Incredible. Well, AJ Croce is Jim Croce's son,
and Jim Croce wrote and performed Bad Bad Leroy Brown, and You Don't Mess Around with Jim, which is the song that we just heard there closing out the show. And man, he's incredible, and his son is carrying on his legacy by performing his material, and we just got to see him at Epcot, accidentally walking up. It's not that normal to be able to walk up and attend a concert midway through. So what you'll do on a normal basis is actually line up here. People line up. I mean, you can see people have queued up for tonight's show. So don't show up, especially to a concert you really, really, really want to go to, and expect to just walk up in the middle of the first song. As you can see, this queue they're ready for enough people to go all the way back here and have it fold back and forth and, have a lot of people in line for the show. Unbelievable to get an order of fries just now at Regal Eagle, close to 6:30 p.m. It took us 18 minutes. 18 minutes to wait in line to order and then receive the food and then come outside. And now we got to eat it fast because we have the American Adventure to watch. I felt like I was in a competitive speed eating competition.
Or off. Dr. Franklin is our genuine American antique.
In a Declaration of Independence. Good evening, Mr. Jefferson. Have you finished the new draft yet?
Tell the good general then. Tell him that half his camp has got typhus, smallpox, or dysentery.
And there be not a ration amongst us. Now,
even amidst the cricket song here along Mark Twain's beloved Mississippi, I hear the noise of change.
Enough of your words. Let your new dawn lead to the final sunset on my people's suffering.
We're 100 years old today. We came a long way in that first century.
That was dedicated to you, Rosie. Tens of thousands of you across the face of America.
well, Mr. Twain, what do you think of our America now?
I think the founding fathers never dreamed of an America like this.
Incredible, incredible, incredible show. You don't want to miss American Adventure. Things I'm concerned about. The fact that we have literally not seen a physical tip board in what feels like hours, and I have no idea what time or what boarding group is being called right now for the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind virtual queue. We're gonna go explore modern wonders and discover ageless beauty in this movie in the round.
But one can also find landscapes that are ever changing.
For 100 years, this vast walled city was the home of
Reflections of China. I love that movie. It's dated. You'll say the same thing about Impressions de France. And technically, I would say you are right. They are of another time. And that's what I love about them. Now I do feel a sense of urgency about heading to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Ooh, Grand Fiesta Tour. Dare we stop at Mexico right now and ride the Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros and get that one out of the way? I would count that as something very important to do because it is a ride. Even though they don't accept Lightning Lane reservations, it's still a ride. It's still a great ride. It's an important ride. And we haven't been to the Mexico Pavilion yet, so let's stop and do that and hope for the best. Here we go, Grand Fiesta Tour. Thank you, thank you.
I can't tell you what the posted wait time is because it's not posted anywhere. What I can tell you is it's going to be a walk-on. How fun is that? Grand Fiesta Tour. Slow-moving, very relaxing boat ride starring the three caballeros. What do? Do we go to France right now and watch Impressions de France and then go to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, pray for a miracle that the queue is not that long and lets out in time for us to see Epcot forever? Or do we skip Impressions de France, go ride Guardians of the Galaxy, and come out in what is probably enough time to watch Epcot forever? These are the questions. My body is being pulled to France like there's a big old magnet. Oh my goodness, there are other guests looking at the physical tip board. I found my people. Third video is a charm. Okay. Here we go. Now we want it. Okay, here we go. 158 to 175. That is literally us. Okay. We're 174. So let's make our way over to Impressions de France and get this not out of the way, checked off the list. Okay, it's 8:09 right now. We have 9 minutes until Impressions de France starts. We are in the midst of our return time for our boarding group. While Canada Far and Wide and Reflections of China are both 360, fully surround, this one is 200 degree. Our peripheral vision, generally of like the healthy eyeball, is able to perceive most of 200 degrees. Amazing. Impressions de France. What did you think? I know you couldn't really see anything from that, but please make some time on your next Walt Disney World vacation when you're in Epcot to come and watch Impressions de France. Come into AllEars de France and buy some champagne if you enjoy an alcoholic beverage, or go into Léal Boulangerie and have a little snack and bring it in with you and taste and experience France circa 1982. All right, we have to make our way now to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Okay, it is 8:49. So we have 11 minutes to get there. That is enough time for us to get there. It is not giving us a lot of extra time for the queue to get through and come out and have time to watch or catch any of Epcot forever. But I'm a believer. This is it. The moment of truth is upon us. Will we have time? And will this virtual queue boarding group return that we booked with guest relations earlier actually work? It's time to find out. Wow. I've never seen anything so green in my life. That was amazing. And we're in. Oh, friends. Yes. This is looking good. This is looking good. Look at this.
We are here today
Empty.
at Epcot.
Empty.
We may learn from each other and dedicate ourselves to making
6 minutes. We're officially entering the pre-show.
Unless we cannot stop this unusually large man, then you're likely doomed.
Let's talk about what we learned today. I learned that Epcot is awesome without a phone. I was gonna say the big drawback today was the fact that we could not ride Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which is my favorite ride in Disney World, and that made this a major lose for Epcot. But then we went to guest relations and experienced what I would describe as the biggest miracle we've experienced in a no phone challenge in Disney World. They were able to get us a boarding group for Guardians of the Galaxy. Epcot is amazing without a phone. If you can get here on a day when it's not too terribly busy, I mean, this is a Friday. This is a busy night. But today we experienced, not a ton of really long waits, and I enjoyed myself so much I can't even begin to tell you. It was like old Epcot. Not looking at my phone, not thinking about Lightning Lane reservations, not thinking about spending a ton of extra money to do the exact same things. I thought it was amazing. Speaking of savings, Genie Plus was $22 today, and an individual Lightning Lane purchase for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind was $15, so we saved $37 by being forced to not use our phone. Amazing. Is this the way to do Epcot on your next vacation? I mean, my vote is kind of yes, but I want to hear what you think. Tell us in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. And now go watch me tell all our most valuable secrets that I stole from my fellow AllEars reporters. You've heard of Mickey Mouse? I'm the Disney World rat. We are not going home empty-handed. There is some fireworks and a car alarm, which kind of sounds like music. Is that EDM? It's the new EDM show at Magic Kingdom. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't say that. It'll be happening in spring 2024.